guys, so today we're gonna do a reading of Daredevil Yellow. I figured, I just did Spider-Man Blue, so I figured, like, since we're doing a color theme, might as well just do Daredevil. Because I have it, it's like, I'm like, okay, let's start with that next. But before we read Daredevil Yellow, I have some things that I got in the mail yesterday, so I want to share that with you. And number one, the first thing is Warhammer 40,000 Space Marines 2. I heard a lot of good things about this game, and I finally got it, and it came in the mail from GameStop. Got it for $20, and it came with a DLC as well. And I was looking at the DLCs for this game, and it looks like it's just costumes and stuff, so I don't think I'm gonna be spending my money on just cosmetics. I don't care about cosmetics too much. But yeah, this is Space Marines. I heard a lot of good things about this game, and I cannot wait to play this at some point. It's gonna be good. It kind of reminds me of God of War a little bit, like just get you like pumped and stuff kind of game. With like the sword and like the guns and aliens and stuff. So yeah. Alright, let me actually open this 1 second. Yeah, hopefully that wasn't too loud. So this is the disc, and this is the DLC, or I guess, yeah, it's like a DLC pack. So this is it. I already used it, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. I think you just get like this side armor, maybe these weapons here. So yeah, I think this, you just get it. Maybe in the game, I don't know. I got this game pre-owned, but the code still worked. So that was cool. Oh my god. Hopefully that wasn't too loud. Oh. And then I have like 3 comics here. I have what I was talking about in my last video. So this is the first one. This is the first one, Vengeance of Moon Knight. It's sort of bent. Okay, New Moon. By Jed McKay, and these I think are the artists. That's a really sick poster, the front page. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool too. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of something. I don't know what I'm thinking of. Anyway. Following the death of Mark Spector. So this one has, this came out in 2024, so it's a recent comic issue storyline. Collecting 1 to 4, this one. Following the death of Mark Spector, who was left to keep the faith. Okay. $16. I didn't get this for $16. I think I got it for cheaper. So that's the first one. And this is the second one. It's alive. I wonder what that is. Some negative part of Moon Knight. That's a cool picture too. Wow. magician has a keyhole, sorry, a key role to play in Blood Hunt. So is this like a part of Blood Hunt? Is that what it is? I'm not sure. Seems like it. Pretty interesting. And then I have Daredevil. This is only the first one. This is, I think, written by Slaudeen Ahmed. This Daredevil run. Hell breaks loose. There's their signatures. Very cool image. It kind of reminds me of Spider-Man. I don't know why. Really cool shot. I think there was a similar image of Spider-Man with this type of action. Yeah. This is Daredevil. This is also kind of recent, 2023. Daredevil is shaping up to be an exciting new era to add to the legacy of epic runs. Daredevil is born again, all over again. Wow. I checked this out in the Barnes and Noble, and I liked the art in this book. Nails Murdoch's internal struggles between his moral code and his ceaseless desire to combat evil. Okay, so read this down the line. I wonder if I'm gonna read this after Daredevil Yellow. We'll see. Okay. I do apologize if you guys can hear noise in the background. There's like gardeners. I can't do anything about that. So this is Daredevil Yellow. I think this also has 6 issues. I think there's one more. I think there's a Hulk issue, but I'm not gonna read that one. Not a huge Hulk fan. Oh, I know. So anyway, let's read this. Let's see what it is about. Let's begin. This is gonna be our second comic read on this channel. I also saw this Daredevil comic in the store as well. Probably gonna pick that up later as well. Okay. Daredevil Yellow. I wonder why they gave him Daredevil Yellow. It would have been cool if this had Daredevil Red. I don't know. Daredevil Yellow by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale, storytellers. Richard Starkings. Lettering, colorers, Matt Hollinsworth. Daredevil. Introduction, Jeff Loeb. So what this tells me is that this is 2023, so I'm thinking that this is a remake, or like this is a new printing of the comic. Because I think this color issues are old. I think these are like early 2000s. That's a really cool sketch of Daredevil. Very cool. Alright. The championship season. Here comes Daredevil. Dear Karen, I'm afraid. Directed to, this is like a letter as well. I don't know, let's see. Dedicated to Stanley, Wellywood, Bill Everett, prize fighters all. Oh, this is fun. Okay. This is cool drawing here. Just when I think it is all going to get easier, I close my eyes and I see you in my arms. Okay, so this is gonna be kind of like Spider-Man wrote to Gwen Stacy kind of thing. I think, I don't know, let's see. It's as if a hole were torn open in the center of my chest. After a while, it starts to close up and someone has a laugh that sounds like you, or wears a perfume that smells like you, and it tears the hole wide open again. I didn't feel like eating. I find it hard to concentrate. I can't do my job, Karen. I can't live my life. It's gotten so bad that now Foggy is worried, and as you may remember, when Foggy gets worried, he starts to look for solutions. Seems he's come up with this suggestion. I don't know where he gets these from, these things. That I write you a letter. Okay, so this is, again, it's like the same thing. To get it all out. I've decided it was not the worst idea in the world. I went over to Fogwell Gym the other night. There had been a fire and not much was left. Look at that destroyed. My dad particularly lived in that place. Years later, even though the ash, all I could smell was his old spice aftershave and talcum powder. I'm not sure what I should be writing to you, but I thought if I went back to the beginning, you could help me find the man without fear again. So this is gonna be, I think, the history of Daredevil. Yeah. And as the astonished crowd came to its feet, Kid Murdoch delivered a devastating 1-2 combination, and more went down like a chest of drawers. If this I never understand how a man with a keen mind like Franklin Nelson got a nickname like Foggy. Could be Foggy, why don't you come to dinner with us tonight and you can ask Kid Murdoch yourself. You got it, pal. Let's get going. Right after I finish studying for this torts exam. Ugh. My dad had won his 10th consecutive fight ever since he signed with a new manager named Sweeney. Sweeney had a nickname too, the Fixer. A fight manager named the Fixer. And my dad, over the hill, when he was 40, kept winning. I can't imagine which one of us was more blind. Kid Murdoch, my dad hated it, but the newspaper dubbed him that because of his age. He wanted the world to know he was born battling Jack Murdoch. How do you like this? How do you like this tie? My lucky color, you know. Foggy, how's that steak? Matt, you keeping up the grades? Hey, did you hear? They're talking about giving me a shot at the title. That's his dad, I think. That's kind of weird. I thought that his dad passed away when he was young. I don't know, when he was a kid. I don't know, maybe that's in the show. In those days, it almost didn't matter that I was blind. With my other senses heightened, it was as if the volume was turned up full blast. I remember how alive I felt back then before I took a single bite. I could tell if the steak was too well done. The sliced onions on the next table could make my eyes water. But being with my dad, yeah, I heard something like that. They want me to fight Creel first. That'll make me the top contender. Geez, Creel's a pretty tough customer, Jack. You think you can take him? It's like I've been taking Matt all his life, telling Matt all his life. You can do anything as long as you're not afraid. Foggy, you're gonna need some more ketchup for the rest of those fries. Hey, I know better than to argue with you, Jack. That's interesting. I don't get what's going on here. It was like his heart was pounding right inside of mine. My dad was a southpaw. He fought lefty in boxing. That's not a good thing. It throws you off balance. I thought it threw his whole world off balance. Oh boy. Ladies, I could not be more sorry. I just don't know my own strength. Matt, you wouldn't believe it. He spilled ketchup all over the place. Oh, I believe it, Foggy. Sure, battling Jack times where you're better off being blind. No offense. Look, you bum. You said you'd take a dive, and you'd take a dive. What? You think you got here tonight fair and square? Every fight you've had has been fixed. All the other guys took dives. Now lay down. Screw you. 5, 6, 7. Foggy didn't know it then, but I didn't need to have eyesight to know my dad was looking right at me. Don't be a sap, Murdoch. I'm just gonna kill you. Whatever deal my dad had made, they didn't know him like I did. Get up, Jack. You can do it. He might have thought of himself as an uneducated pug, but he lived by one rule. The measure of a man is not in how he gets knocked down to the mat. It is in how he gets up. Take him, Dad. Unbelievable. Southpaw Jack Murdoch has floored Creel with him hard right to the jaw. The winner by a knockout, battling Jack Murdoch. I don't think a son has ever been prouder of my father. So, did you hear I did okay out there? You showed them, Jack. You can do anything if you're not afraid. Yeah, I heard something like that. Listen, boys, I gotta take care of some business. What? I thought we'd go out and celebrate. And we will, son, we will, but I still gotta shower and, you guys meet me back at the apartment and we'll take it from there. Matt, I want you to have this. Dad, it's your robe. You're going to need it for the title fight. Nah, I'm through. It's never going to get any better than this. I'm telling Sweeney tonight, we're done. A man should leave a party when it's roaring. It was the last thing my dad ever said to me. Then everything changed. My dad's heartbeat started to race as Sweeney and other man Slade came in. Even over the smell of Sweeney's cheap cigar, I could hear and smell the pistachio nuts Slade was working on. Jack. I wish I told my dad how much I loved him. Blam. Matt. Wow. I don't know if I actually heard the shot. Maybe I dreamt it. All I knew was that something was wrong. It was like I couldn't feel my dad's heartbeat inside me anymore. Oh my god, it was a public thing. No. Calm down, son. There's nothing you can do for him now. Let go of me. Let go of him. I love you, Dad. Did you hear? I love you. He did it all by the book. The police weren't all that surprised that Sweeney and Slade were involved, and it wasn't long before they were arrested. But on the day of the bail hearing, suddenly they had some Park Avenue attorney. His hair gel costs more than what Foggy and I were wearing. Given the severity of the crime, the people request $1 million bail for each of the defendants. Your Honor, I move that the cigars be dropped and the case dismissed. Wait, no. The charges, sorry, not the cigars. The charges be dropped and the case dismissed. As the district attorney's office is aware, in case against the clients is totally circumstantial. No murder weapon was ever recovered. Both Mr. Sweeney and Mr. Slade have alibis for their whereabouts on the evening in question. To say nothing of the highly illogical motive that they would murder the same man who Mr. Sweeney had invested huge sums of money in for the expense proposed of making him heavyweight champion of the world. In other words, their case isn't worth peanuts, Your Honor. Honor, or as it pertains, pistachio nuts. What is it about pistachio nuts? I don't get it. Okay. I too have looked over the particulars as well as your brief. Counselor and I concur. Case dismissed. Damn. Your Honor, this is capital offense. And when you have done your homework a lot better, you are welcome to refile charges. No, this is wrong. What did they do, Judge? Buy you off? Sorry guys, it's so loud. Mr. Murdoch, you are dangerously close to being held in contempt. Matt, I know you're upset. Oh my god, 1 second, guys. Upset? But that's a judge you're talking to. Let this be a lesson to you, kid. Don't step into the ring unless you know you're gonna win. Don't listen to him, Matt. We'll get our day in court, you'll see. Time had passed and we still hadn't had our day in court. The case had stalled. They couldn't find the gun. There were no fingerprints, even on the pistachio nuts. Soon the police had other priorities. I only had one. Matthew Murdoch, adversity, the individual can triumph. Thank you, sir. My dad did everything he could do to see to it I graduated from law school. Now it was my turn to do something for him. Oh, man. Come on, pal. We have got a lot to discuss. Is it gonna be Nelson and Murdoch or Murdoch and Nelson? It can wait, Foggy. And what about it, secretary? You're not gonna leave me to pick one out all by my lonesome, are ya? Back at the apartment, just opening his old footlocker after what had happened was overwhelming. The smells of aftershave and talcum powder were as fresh as if he were standing there with me. I found his robe, his boxing shoes, even his undergloves. I sat in his chair, and I could almost feel his hand on my shoulder, telling me I was going to amount to something special. I must have been out of my mind. I worked through the night, maybe into the next day and night. Swing. I had read about the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man, and they weren't going to get involved in my problems. I had promised my dad I would never be an uneducated pug like him. He wanted me to be a lawyer, and I made good on that. But it wasn't enough. I had seen how the law, which I still steadfastly believed in, wasn't always the same as justice. Wow. Oh, I guess because his costume is half yellow, I think that's why it's Daredevil yellow, I think. Okay. Battling Jack Murdoch raised me to be a fighter, and now it was time to step into the ring. Ooh, nice. Okay, this was made in 2001. And this is the cover art. Rough sketch. So that was chapter 1. We went into the history of Daredevil, which is kind of strange. I mean, he didn't look like a kid to me. He looked like a young adult with Foggy Nelson as well. So I don't know that in the comics if Foggy knew his dad. I'm not sure if that's what they're implying in the story, but that's interesting. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this comic book series as well.